How about part-time? Some scams that are there as well.
Indian universities have definitely pampered us with placements.
So it's not gonna happen here.
Advice for students who are coming for masters.
That puts Ireland a little low on the market for education.
What about accommodation for students?
Well, there is a housing crisis that is ongoing.
There have been few recent attacks on Indians in Ireland.
At this point, I'm not really sure if it's so immediately.
Hello everyone, this is Sai Tejashwini and I'm back with my student interview series again. So today here we are with Shreya. Hi Shreya, how are you?
How are you? Very nice to be here, by the way. This is a really good video that we need at this moment. Definitely, that's going to help a lot of students. So I'm really happy you thought of me.
Shreya, can you introduce yourself to our audience?
Of course. So, hi guys, my name is Shreya. So, I'm a Tamilian, but I was raised in Bangalore. So, I did my whole studies in Bangalore as well. So, I finished my undergrad in Danan Sagar College in Bangalore, and then from there, I applied for my master's in pharmaceutical sciences at Trinity College Dublin. So, once I finished my master's in pharmaceutical sciences, I had applied for a lot of jobs around. I first started as a process development technician in Avectors, which is a cancer tech company, and then from there I moved on to the role of associate scientist at Johnson & Johnson in Cork, and then now I'm here at Wuxi Biologics in Dundalk. So I'm here as an associate scientist as well.
So what motivated you to come to Ireland and why Trinity specifically?
Of course. So initially when I was looking for universities abroad, it initially started as which country I needed to go to, and Ireland offered a lot of courses at a lower price than the universities abroad. So it was a financially a better option for me as well. So Ireland and UK were predominantly the two choices that I was making, and regarding the scope after the studies as well, Ireland was giving a lot more better options to me. So I was predominantly focusing more on Ireland. So Trinity definitely is one of the biggest universities. It's one of the oldest, and it has so much tradition associated with it as well. So because of its QS ranking, all of the rankings that I saw in all of the websites around, and I had conversations with people as well here. So Trinity was the best choice for me.
Oh. For students who are planning a similar journey, I have partnered with Uniflik. It's a student-driven community that gives genuine and unbiased guidance. They have supported over 120 students last year to secure offers from top universities like UCD and Trinity. And the visa success rate was 98%. Their services comes with a small refundable fee of 799 rupees. But if you use my promo code, it will just come for 499 rupees. So if you are seriously about applying to premium universities abroad, so Uniflik will be the best option for you. And if you feel this could be the right fit for you, definitely check them out. I have added the link in the description. Now coming back to your journey, in Trinity, how the course was structured, like more theory or more practical?
So for my particular master's in pharmaceutical sciences, it's always nice to check the curriculum on the website before we apply for all of these courses, because there are different varieties inside pharma itself. So my course in particular had 90% self-study component, which means that it was on site in the college, but we had one practical day, which is going to be Thursdays were practical days and Fridays were our course subject. So where we would go and they would attend, they would conduct lectures. So one was an entirely practical day where we would understand we would have hands-on experiences on equipments and techniques that we would be studying on Friday. So that was how it was.
How about part-time, when you're here, how about part-time?
Yes, so when I started originally, how the part-times were happening was that we had 20 hours per week that we could go for and attend part-time as well if we needed to. At the time, Trinity was offering stewardship as well, where we would help tourists who come into the university to see Book of Kells. So we would be directing them that way. So we were having part-times inside the university. At this point, I'm not really sure if it's still available, but other than that, we have a lot of part-times that we were doing. I personally have worked as a barista in these cafes called like Starbucks and Cafe Nero. It is a highly competitive field, like when it comes to students searching part-time, but it is always advisable for students to see how their curriculum is structured. Mine, as I said, it was just 2 days out of my 7-day week that I I would be going to the university. So the rest of the days I had for my assignments. So it's always better to balance both and see how it is.
What are some important things that students want to do, like right after coming to the Ireland?
So before I came to Ireland, that is, so I started watching a lot of YouTube videos. There are so many information that is out there regarding people who have already come to Ireland. So based off of that, I had applied for my student leap card. So immediately once you come to Ireland, you have to do a lot of transportation. So all of that will be easily made available through this card. It's like a bus pass for us. It's called a leap card. And there are so many stores here. So if we can just walk in, we can request for a leap card. So they will give you a green color adult leap card. So once you have that, you can travel. You can top that up as much as it's like a metro card. So you can top and travel. So that is very much necessary. And you will get subsidized prices if you get a student leap card. So that's a student version of that leap card, which your university is going to help you with all of that. For general purposes, it's definitely the student leap card. Get a jacket, get an umbrella, the weather is might be bad. So all of these three, and yeah, it should be fine.
What kind of support did international students get from the Trinity College actually?
So as I said, Trinity has an international office, so they help incoming students with any questions that they might have. As soon as you get the offer letter, they will be ready there to support you in any of the queries. Because we're jumping from one country to another, so we're going to have a lot of questions as well. They know that. I also applied for a scholarships, which was something that was extended by Trinity College. So it was a scholarship, international student scholarship as well. So it was called Global Excellence Postgraduate Scholarship for master's students. So all of the information that was on that site, the website is extremely clear with what programs and what scholarships they have. So it was very easy to apply as well. And any questions I had, I could reach out to them.
Okay. Did you find that teaching style very different back from India?
The classes were not as different back from India. Definitely the teachers, because it is a well-renowned university and it holds so much history, and it is one of the top-ranked universities as well. The professors were really well educated and well knowledgeable, so we could go to them for anything. So like back home, there was not much difference from what we had. The teachers are just as educated, just as knowledgeable, and just as approachable as well whenever we have questions. So because it's my course was 1 year course, so like that connect that we have with the teachers back home was something that was absent here, but the education more than makes up for it.
Any advice for students who are coming for masters to Ireland, like how much money they need to bring to survive till they get a part-time or something? So what would be a rough figure for them?
Yes. So my particular condition, we as students, whoever I came with as well, we all got around 30 lakhs. So I came through a loan as well. So 30 lakhs was enough because it needs to be structured to your university as well. The Trinity College university fees at the time was 20,000 euros, which is around 18ish lakhs. And then we had just as much to for a year as well, because the cost of living here we need to check too. So all of this information we can definitely check with people who have previously come, because I came in 2021. So at the time this was necessary, but now we can get updated information from everyone.
What challenges did you face till now in Ireland?
As for challenges, Ireland really made it very easy, because a lot of people face a lot of culture shocks when they go from a country to a different country. But Ireland was very easily accessible, very easily available. All the resources were very easily explained as well, so I didn't take much time to settle in. Challenges, so to speak, would be most likely the say for example getting a part-time, because there's so many students who are coming in, so you have to be having that edge. So having an experience before coming here for both part-time and full-time jobs would be very necessary. And because our studies are just for 1 year and not 2 years like back in India, you have to make as much use of the resources that the university extends to you, and make sure of all of the network that the university gets as well. So this network really helped me create a home outside of my home, so that was really important.
How did you get into your current role as an associate scientist?
After finishing my master's in pharmaceutical sciences, I had varied options of the careers that I could choose. So, depending on my passions and interests, I was very much interested in doing R&D in the field of drug development. So, originally, I started off in this startup called Avectors, as I mentioned before, and then I worked to my way towards, going into Johnson and Johnson as an associate scientist as well. So, this job in Johnson and Johnson I got through LinkedIn. So networking through LinkedIn, having a clear LinkedIn profile with all of your developments and achievements is very, very important. It needs to be updated. So networking on LinkedIn was what helped me get my dream role, I would say, in Johnson & Johnson. And then from there, I moved to Wuxi Biologics. Another thing that really helped me was, like I said, networking. So referring, my friend referred me to this role. The person who had already working here as an associate scientist, she referred me to this role, and I got through that. So referring definitely helps, because every time you get a job through a referral, the person who referred you would get a bonus from the company. So that is definitely, it's a win-win situation for both the referee and the referred person.
Any tips for CV preparation and interview preparation for Irish companies here?
It's always better to be updated. So as what I would say is, every year the skills that the jobs needs are completely different, so it's always better to update ourselves. So the LinkedIn profile, like I said, needs to be completely updated with all of your achievements, all of your educational advancements, all the papers that you've done. Everything will be really good. And regarding the resumes and CVs, it's always better to approach people who are already doing the job that you want to apply for and request for their resumes. Everyone will be very happy to extend that to you, and people are also going to be happy to look over your resume whenever they're going to refer you. And one of the main things that helped me a lot was my university also offered me some resume catering services. So what they did was, they would look at my resume, they would and they would give me tips and tricks on how to improve and elevate whatever I've done, so that it will be better established in when I apply to companies outside.
Like in India, are there any placements, like the college offering any placements in Ireland here?
I feel like Indian universities have definitely pampered us with placements. That is not going to be something that is that we are going to be exposed to here. They don't believe in placements, but they believe in giving us the right education in a way that we are well-fledged to go ahead and apply it on our own. A lot of structured study courses, not just pharmaceutical sciences, other courses would offer placements as internships, or say, for example, instead of projects, you can do internships in a different place. So these kind of placements they do avoid as part, like they do provide as part of the course. And it's all up to us to network, and up to us to make sure that we apply to the right universities, and we get that. Yeah.
All of you, please note this point. If you joined in a top university in Ireland, just don't think that the college will provide placements and all. So it's not gonna happen here, as Shreya said. What advice would you give to the students who are aiming a job in pharma background?
Okay, so what I would say is, start with making the most of the pharmaceutical science course. That's a 1-year course, very brief. The 1 year would go away like that. I don't even remember how fast it went. So please make sure you make the most of the professors, you make the most of the course, you make the most of the time and network in that Trinity offers. So with whatever you get, like, please update your LinkedIn and apply for jobs with updated resumes that Trinity offers help with as well. So these were things that definitely helped me with getting the job that I wanted, and now the dream job that I definitely needed at the time that I was doing masters.
How should international students prepare before coming to Ireland, academically and culturally?
So academically, if they're coming to Ireland, if they've already gotten the offer letter, congratulations. Before getting the offer letters, how you need to prepare is to keep on track with the deadlines that the university provides to you. Make sure that your SOPs and LORs are well detailed, and make sure that they receive all of the documents that they request for. So once you get the offer letter, how you need to prepare academically is just look through the curriculum, make sure that you are well informed, make sure that you make friends that are going to the same course or the same university, so that all of you guys can be well prepared to make the journey from India to Ireland. So you asked culturally as well.
Yes.
So culturally, what you would have to do to prepare to come to Ireland is many people would definitely ask people who are staying here, and the weather is always rainy most of the time, most of the year. You get 2 seconds of sunlight sometimes. So what people would offer is to get a good jacket and get umbrellas. You don't have to spend much on the jacket. You can come here, and it's always better to come to the country and then buy a jacket here, which would be better to cope with the weather that is here. Indian clothing most definitely is of higher quality. All of the clothes that I have here are something that have sustained up to for 4 years I've been here. All of the clothes that have sustained and are close to me are from the ones that I got in India. So Indian clothing definitely have as many as you want. Immediately after coming here, there's not much shopping that students would end up doing. It's always better to pack.
Yeah, like many of them will say the weather is like too depressive. What's your personal opinion on that?
I feel like it is up to us to put the perception as well, because I come from Bangalore. The weather
Yes.
is pretty much like this. So this is my normal weather. So every time people were asking me if the weather was depressive, I was just saying it's like it feels like home.
Yeah.
So depending on where you're coming from, and I feel like students who come to Ireland as well, they are very excited. They're very thrilled. It's a new experience for all of us. So initially, we are not very we're not affected by the climate as much. So
Yeah.
after a year or two, depending on your friends as well, the friend circle definitely boosts your energy up. So yeah, make good friends here. You're gonna find your family away from home. So it's going to be very nice. It's not gonna be depressive at all, I promise.
What about accommodation for students?
Accommodation was definitely a topic that we had to keep an eye out for when we first came to Ireland. We were struggling as well. There is a housing crisis that is ongoing in Ireland, so it was definitely a lot harder for us to find places. What we did is we had a WhatsApp group of all of the incoming students coming to Ireland. So we sort of like paired up together because there are houses available. There are 3 bedroom, 2 bedroom. So we all sort of like made friends that way as well. So we all grouped up together and then applied to a house together, and that increased the chances of us getting a house that way. The university also offers student accommodation at a higher price. The rents, if you find a separate individual house, is definitely better. So currently, even though like I've been here 4 years, I am working at this moment, and even now the housing would take about, if you start searching now, if the worst case scenario might be 3 months later you might find a house, or 4 months later you might find a house. What I would suggest for students who are coming here is to make sure that they connect with people that are already here to go for a viewing for these houses. Viewing is very much necessary. So if they can get a video from someone who is here to can go to the house and check the property, because there are some scams that are there as well, to make sure that the pricing is discussed well beforehand so that they can prepare financially as well. And when they come here, like they need to make sure that they have a house to walk into. So that's something that they need to be well prepared with. So for the housing, although that puts Ireland a little low on the market for education, once you get a house, yeah, the experience is going to be wonderful.
Many of my subscribers asked these questions in comments and DMs. So there have been few recent attacks on Indians in Ireland. So is it safe to come here, or like what's happening? They just want to know that.
Yeah, so there have been a lot of anti-immigrant riots and racial attacks that have been going on in multiple different countries as well, and so has been in Ireland. It has shook us as people who've been living here. It was not the case when we first started. Regarding these attacks, the Indian advisories and the police here have definitely made sure that they are always roaming around in the streets. We see elevated police protection in the streets in Dublin at the moment, and the Indian advisory boards have requested that all of us Indians, should avoid dim lit areas and areas that are not very populated. It's always better to make sure to be vigilant when we are going outside. What I would say regarding these attacks is it should not be something that should prevent students from coming here. Why I would say that is because we need to see the like how fast the government takes action to this as well. Irish people have definitely been helpful in making sure they support all of us Indians when it comes to all of this too. So yes, do apply for universities in Ireland and make sure, because it's an ongoing situation in a lot of countries. It's unavoidable for a person who needs to come here. So what I would suggest is be vigilant, travel in groups, don't go to areas that are not our Indian community. They have this network where they send in all of these WhatsApp sayings, these areas are not very safe, so just don't go to those areas as well. It's all about networking when you come outside your country. So yeah, it's very much important to talk to people and make sure you're well informed when you're traveling to the country of your interest.
Would you recommend Ireland and Trinity College to other international students, or like what would you
Yes.
say?
So before I came to Ireland, Ireland was not in my wildest dreams as well. So it was an option that was extended to me by the consultancies that I was visiting at the time. So I was pleasantly surprised with how warm the people are, how nice the small talks is. You're going to be very, once you come to Ireland, you're going to be very well versed with how you need to speak to people as well. So the exposure that Ireland offered us was very commendable. I would definitely request students to, apply to as many countries as you want, visit as many countries as you want, Ireland being one of the options. And my university in particular has been extremely resourceful, extremely wonderful in extending my career to the place that I am in right now. So definitely Ireland and Trinity are something that I would suggest to my own brothers and sisters, my cousins back home, my friends, my juniors. So that was what I would suggest for a lot of people as well, because it's so much approachable, so much easily accessible. The information is all there. The only thing that I would advise students who are coming here is to make sure that you weigh out all your options financially, academically, and have a plan going forward, because this is a long-term investment that you're coming here, and you're going to be far away from the loved ones as well. So you need to make sure that you're mentally prepared as well. So yes, irrespective of the country that they're choosing to go, you need to be well prepared, well educated and knowledgeable, and you need to be well informed of everything that is happening, including the current day-to-day events, the politics, the situations, everything. It's very, very good to be well informed.
Okay. So is there any difference between the universities, like the top universities like UCD and Trinity, and any small universities or something? So will be there any difference in teaching or curriculum or something?
Yeah, this is something that we've always sort of had a perception. So back in India, we would have university rankings, and we would only aim to go to the top universities. So that is how I approached when I was searching for universities in Ireland as well. There is this thing called QS rankings. So that is where I went to. There is a course specific ranking, and Trinity was ranked 25th in the world. Okay. And Trinity was ranked also one of the top 100 universities in the world. So that was what was attracting me towards Trinity at the time. But after having come here, looking at my friends who are going to UCD, DCU, TUD, all of these different universities, even in Cork, there are so many wonderful universities. I've seen that the level of education that they give is definitely the same throughout. So what they do is they have this NFQ system. What it means is all of these universities are accredited in a way that the level of education that they offer students are on the same level. So it's very well uniform, and there are certain universities that are well known based on the reputation that it has as well. That is something that we definitely need to look out for. But depending on what course you want to master, we have to make sure that the curriculum sits right with us, based off of the job that we want to go to, whether our curriculum will give us the necessary technical skills. And I think just by the fact that they are well ranked, we should not go into a university. There might not be courses that are well suited for the job that we're going for. There might not be the right skill set that this university would offer. So I would definitely go based off of the curriculum rather than the university.
Okay. Any advice for international students who are coming for masters in Ireland?
All that I would suggest for international students who are coming for masters is do your undergrad right. Make sure that your undergrad project is something that is highlighted. That is a highlight of your resume. If you have work experience in the career, like in the course that you want to work in, it's absolutely a plus point for you. But if you want to start immediately after bachelor's as well, that's absolutely fine. So once you come for masters, once you get your offer letter, come for masters, be prepared to make use of, be prepared to be on the hustle mode, make use of all of the resources that the university extends, like I said, and prepare well with having conversations with people who have already come here. They will be very, very resourceful when it comes to any questions. Stay in touch with your universities and the advisory board that is in the university as well. The assignments and all of that, just make sure that you get your assignments in time. They are very well structured, and because it's a one-year university, you're not supposed to take it light-hearted at all. So yeah, just make sure you use your masters to the fullest capacity. And I would suggest that if it's a one-year course, it'll start in September and it would normally end around August, September as well. So starting from May, if you start looking for jobs, or starting from the starting from February, if you start looking for jobs and applying for jobs with the resources that you have already, with an updated resume, it will be very, very important as well. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your valuable information, Shreya.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me here as well. And if any of you watching the video, if you have any questions as well, please feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. So I think you're gonna add the link onto the video. So yeah, please feel free to reach out with any queries, and I'll be very happy to help.
Of course. If you have any questions, you can comment below, and I'll ask those questions to the next students who I'm gonna interview. So please feel free to ask any questions you have. I'm gonna answer all your questions.
So if you found this video informative, please like, share and subscribe.
See you in the next interview.
Bye-bye.
Bye.